Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited. If you're OG, you've been riding with me, you see I'm in a very different phase of my life. I've finally moved. We have a lot of stuff coming as far as DIY photos, studios in my apartment, an even smaller space, so this is gonna be really exciting. Today's video is a little different. I'm kind of excited for it. I hope that you guys kind of like it. I've hinted at it a little bit on my community posts on Instagram and different things, so let's just go for it. Today you guys, we're gonna talk about becoming a superstar. That's what I'm calling it. Basically we're going to talk about how to build your own music career from scratch. A lot of the DIY things I've done, you guys have seen me DIY produce and create music, DIY photo shoots, DIY music videos, all of that stuff. You guys have seen DIY album cover shoots, so all that stuff kind of can lead to the umbrella of building a music career. But I know that's not everything involved in a music career. That's why we are going to break this down today. So when I see a superstar, an artist, someone with a very big personal brand, I see it in four steps, and we're going to kind of go through all those steps and break them all down. Step one is the actual skill. What is the skill? What is the talent? In this case, if you're an artist, it could be singing, rapping, whatever you do on the track. But what is your actual skill and your skill set? Number two, we're going to talk about image. We're going to talk about what people are seeing on the outside, what the visuals, all that look like, what I pretty much do on my channel. Then we're going to talk about performance, because as a superstar, you need to be able to perform, right? You need to be able to, you know, give the people what they want. So I think performance is very important. And then lastly, audience, because you can't have this platform without the loving family that holds you up and supports your art. So let's break them down. So number one, you guys, talent and skill. This is the most important of them in my opinion. Talent and skill is obviously whatever you're showcasing. Like I said, in this case, we're going to talk about music. So this is like, if you're singing, how are you going to develop your talent and skill? There's obviously free ways to do this. You can go on YouTube, do some singing lessons on YouTube, everything you can learn on YouTube. So you can set aside a schedule. If you want to be the kind of artist who also can produce music and understands instruments, you can go on YouTube, find piano tutorials. That's how I learned the piano. So there are free resources out there for you guys to at the very least get started and get some base knowledge on whatever skill that you want to learn. If you're kind of like me, I like to have accountability, and I feel like I have more accountability if I sign up and I go to things. So maybe I'll sign up for singing lessons, maybe I will go sign up for piano lessons. But I always say start with the free resource first, just to make sure that's what you really want to do, that's what you really want to go for. Really write down, take your journal, I have a journal right here, write down whatever you want to learn. You could say singing and rapping and music production and piano and electric guitar. Write those down, and then write down the free ways you can learn them, and write down once you get a little more money or whatever, if you want to invest into your craft, how you can start learning them today, tomorrow, what you can do ASAP to get started on enhancing your skill. Number two, you guys, is your image. This is what I'm really here to try to help you guys with on this channel. This is what you people are seeing, what you're portraying. A brand, like just like a business has a brand, you see businesses have a color palette, a logo, the certain font that they use, etc. That's what you need to have. You need to have your brand. You can get, if you want, you can get your artist logo. You can watch my videos on how to design your own logo. I know I need to update that video. But you guys can design your own logo. You can go take your own photos, but that's going to be a huge part of the actual marketing and promotion to build your audience, which we'll get to in a second. But you need those images. You need your image. This is also going to pertain to your image as far as what do people think when they see you. So for me, I actually put health and fitness under my image. I like to be fit. I just always like say I want to be an action film star, and I always in my mind think I'm preparing for an action film role. So that's kind of how I try to train as best as possible. So just try to think of what is your image, what are the things that you actually care about. When people associate you with causes, what do you care about? Me, I'm associated with education a lot because I teach, and so I always think of education. I just think it is crazy that there are people going hungry in the world and that don't have water. So those are like my biggest causes. So that's what I want to portray within my image. So kind of write down the things that you care about as far as what you want people to see when they see you. Of course, you can rebrand all the time, you guys. You can start with like, maybe I want to go with my 90s image, and then later on be like, I'm actually going to go with this I don't know, the streetwear image, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do, you can always rebrand. Don't think you're stuck within this image. But for now, for this first kind of project that you're focusing on, what is the image? What is this color palette going to look like? What fonts are you going to use for this? What photo shoots do you want to do? What do you want to do with your hair, with your nails, with your wardrobe for this look at this image? So for your image, you guys, this is just really what you're portraying out, what people see from you. So really break down what is your image going to look like, and then use this plethora of resources that I have for you guys to create it. And image even deeper, this is going to go into the music video, the album cover art. So like I said, just determine what the project is. So let's say I'm releasing a single, I'll go and think of the font and etc. for the single. You guys see this in a lot of people's music. You can look at another artist and just see what they did leading up to their release, and you can kind of model that as your image. So the next one we're going to talk about is performance. Like I said, I feel like this is the step up from just a artist to a superstardom. I think you have to be able to put on a performance, put on a show, and this is everything from actual, if you want to learn how to dance, how are you going to keep the people's attention? How are you going to entertain the people? So for me, this is dance lessons. How are you going to enhance the performance that you give? And this can, you know, go into, of course, upping your talents, upping your skills, but also, you know, you can learn a little bit about lighting on stage. You can learn about audio, sound, you can look at other people's performances and see what about their performance made it so intriguing, from like the costume to the dance to the remixes of the music. So just kind of understanding performance. Of course, once you get to the performance stage, you are more so going to have a team for this, but just in your mind, keep in your mind, how are you going to be unique? How are you going to entertain the people? What is your performance style going to be like? Because a lot of music, a lot of what you're doing is going to be performing, whether it's live or whether it's on a camera, whether it's on Instagram Live. What is your performance style? And of course, like I said, all this can change. You don't have to stick to it. All right, last one, and I think one of the most important ones other than the actual skill set, is your audience. To attain a certain level of influence, you have to have some kind of audience giving you that influence. So therefore, you have to build your audience. You can have an amazing, I know people with lots of skill and talent and can perform and have a great image, but don't have the audience to back them and bump them up and put them where they want to be. So when it comes to audience, you guys, this is all about the marketing and promotion side of things. So like I said, with image, you can take the things that you develop from your image and put that into your marketing, your social media, your promotion, but you do have to be able to brand yourself some way, somehow. For me, this is doing YouTube videos, so I decided I was going to teach people how to create their own content in order to build my audience, and then, you know, carry this audience over through my journey of creating my own content, of building my own music career, you guys. So think of how can you personally, in a unique way, build your audience. What makes you stand out? What makes you different? And where is that audience? Is it on TikTok? Are you going to be on TikTok creating little videos of how you create your music, your creative process, your how your outfits match your music songs, or I don't know. For this one, you do have to get a little creative, but think of where your ideal audience is right now. It is kind of great that we have all these platforms that have audio, sound, and music, so take advantage of them, you guys. Really learn how to grow on them. Don't burn yourself out. This is a tough process to go through on your own, but as people see that you're doing it, you're serious about it, and you're creating it yourself, they're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to be on your team. You're going to have a team in no time. But I'm really excited for this journey, you guys. Stay tuned to my YouTube channel. Of course, we're still going to have our DIY photo shoots, all the stuff that you guys know and love creating on iPhone, all that good stuff. But I do want to put some purpose to this journey, to this channel, and we are going to be building a music career together. So let's see how it goes.